Coming to the 25th Shloka of Soundarya Lahari, the theme for this Shloka is Trimurti Puja. Why the Trimurti Puja? Where are those Trimurtis? This image captures the essence of the Shloka in some sense. So just take a look at this. So this is of course the Shri Yantra. We have looked at Shri Yantra Meru, which is the three-dimensional representation of the Shri Yantra. We also knew that there are many Parivara Devatas on each and every junction of the Shri Yantra. This particular Shloka talks about the worship of three Murtis or the Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva, by the worship of the goddess herself. We'll come back to this image. Now let us look at the prayoga of this Shloka before we learn the chant and meanings. Chanting this Shloka is used in the prayoga of Padavi and Adhikara Labha. Padavi is stature, it could be in one's own social circles, it could be in one's job. It is the stature, the social presence in the societal hierarchy. And Adhikara is power. So Padavi and Adhikara Labha are the Siddhis that correspond to this, the sadhana of the Shloka, which needs to be done facing east for 45 days continuously as a mandala, chanting it 1000 times every single day, either outside, which takes a lot of time, or as a manasika japa, or also as an akshara samputita japa. The naivedya that is to be offered here is madhu, which is honey, while visualizing or placing in front this yantra ingrained with the bija mantra, which is sauhu. Alright, with this prayoga which is mentioned in commentaries like Lakshmi Dhara Vyakhya, let us now chant the Shloka word by word. Please repeat after me. Trayanam. This here is na, not na. Na is pronounced by the flick of the tongue outwards. Trayanam. Devanam. This is the softer na. Trayanam Devanam. The next word is Triguna Janitanam Tava Shive Bhavet Puja. One more time puja. We'll see how this wordplay comes when we look at the layer-wise meaning. Bhavet puja. Puja tava charanayor ya virachita. It is split as tava charanayoho ya virachita. Tathahi. The next word is slightly longer. It is pronounced as Tvat padodvahana manipithasya. The component words are Tvat pada udvahana. It can further be split as ut and vahana, but manipithasya. Nikate sthita hyete shashvan mukulita karotansa makutaha. This is split as Shashvat Mukulita Kara Uttansa Makutaha. Shashvan Mukulita Karotansa Makutaha. Now let us see how to chant the shloka. Oh, before that we'll do line by line. Trayanan Devanan Triguna Janitanan Tava Shive. Notice how this dots on top are being pronounced based on how the consonant comes afterwards. Here it is Trayanan Devanan Triguna. So all of the consonants that come after the dot on top are in the same varga, same line as Tatta Dadha Na. So the dot on top is pronounced as Na everywhere. Trayanan Devanan Triguna Janitanan Tava Shive. If you have further doubts here, you can join us on Zoom and clear those doubts later. The next line. Bhavet puja puja tava charanayor ya virachita. Tatha hi tvat padodvahana manipithasya nikate. Sthita hyete shashvan mukulita karotansa makutaha. Trayanam Devanam Triguna janitanam tava shive bhavet puja puja tava charanayorya virachita tatha hi tvat pado dvahana manipithasya nikate sthita hyete shashvan mukulita karotan samakuta. To understand this beautiful shloka, we'll reorganize the words in this shloka into this layer-wise arrangement, which looks like this. Once again, just as a quick reminder, these are the key ideas that are being conveyed. All the words are arranged vertically and also horizontally in their hierarchy of meaning. The main idea is by this big pointer. The supporting idea of this is one layer below, and if there is another word which supports this word, it is or phrase, it is tagged one layer below that vertically. So the key ideas, there are three. Ya puja virachita puja bhavet tatha hi ete nikate sthitaha. These are three main ideas. We'll understand what they mean and how they are adjectified or described further. Firstly, Adi Shankaracharya says, Ya, that, puja, worship, virachita, performed. That worship which is performed where? Tava charanayoho. Tava is your, charanayoho is dvivachana form of charana, which is to your feet. The worship, that worship which is performed of your feet, puja bhavet, worship happens, trayanam devanam, to the three deities also, the three gods. Deva, divine forms, there is no English word, we'll look at it as gods only. To the three other gods. If worship of your feet happens, worship of the three gods also happens. What kind of gods? Three guna janitanam. Guna is attribute, quality. Three gunas are the sattva, rajas and tamas of creation. Janitanam are those gods who are born from the three gunas, who are Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva, with sattva, rajas and tamas respectively. So what these two phrases means is, when your worship happens, ya puja virachita, of your pair of feet, tava charanayoho, triguna janitanam trayanam devanam, the three gods who are born out of the three tendencies, puja bhavet, worship happens automatically. Why? Tatha hi ete nikate sthitaha. Because this tatha hi is an interesting play of words. It both conveys because in both its senses. We'll see what that means. Because they nikate, near, nikata means near, sthitaha, situated. Because they are situated near. Near to what? Tava, Shive. Shive is an addressal of the goddess. O goddess. Shiva is the Lord. Shiva is the goddess. Both of them are known by the same name, where the sound itself means that which is auspicious. Jo shubh hota hai, wo Shiva hai. Shiva is that which is auspicious. So both of them are named Shiva by the sound. So just the short sound is him and the longer sound is her. So Shiva is her. So that is why when you say Shiva Bhyam, it is addressing them both at once. Anyway, Tava Shive, to you, O goddess, they are situated nearer. Nikate sthitaha. Where? Closer to you, where? Tvat pada udvahana manipithasya nikate. They are situated near Manipitha. Literal meaning of pitha is a seat. Manipitha is literally a jewel encrusted seat, a bejeweled seat or a throne. What kind of throne is that? Tvat pada udvahana. Ut is upwards, vahana is carrying. Of what? Tvat, your pada, feet. Of the bejeweled throne on which your feet rest. So, what is that bejeweled throne on which her feet rest? That is the Shri Yantra itself in symbolism. How are they situated there? Shashvan, Shashvat is the same word from which Shashvata comes, always, eternally, constantly. Mukulita is, Mukula is a bud, with their Mukulita Kara is a folded palm, folded palms. Hands brought together is Mukulita Kara. Uttamsa, and that folded hands raised upwards. Makutaha are above their crowns. Makuta is a crown. So with their folded hands raised above their crowns, these three deities are situated near to you, O goddess, and that is why Tathahi, or because of which, due to which, when your worship happens, their worship also happens automatically. Because your worship is happening, they are at your feet, so when offerings are being offered to you, they are also being offered those same things. The same symbolism can be very beautifully, we'll look at all these questions at the end, Shorbindu. Write it down. Because these four deities that you see are at the very base layer, the bottommost layer of the Shri Yantra, of the 9 layers, enclosures of the Shri Yantra. Three Murtis along with Surya are present at the 4 corners. And this is that Manipitha that is being described. So when the goddess is being worshipped, Trimurti Puja also happens effortlessly, simultaneously. This is the essence of the 25th shloka, which is chanted thus: Trayanam devanam triguna janitanam tava shive bhavet puja puja tava charanayor ya virachita tathahi tvat padodvahana manipithasya nikate sthitahi ete shashvan mukulita karottansa makutaha.